Welcome to Vintage Coin-Op Restorations and International Mutoscope's 1948 silver gloves. Just finished this beauty here, completely restored. Let's kind of walk up to it. When the game is not in play, the men are on their back, and when it starts up, they stand up with the bell ringing. We have a absolutely beautiful original backdrop here, same as our instruction card up on top. Silver Gloves is one of the three boxing games that were made. International Mutoscope made one a little bit after this, Silver Gloves. It was the little stout, but with a big giant plastic dome, which 99% of the times we find them and they're completely broken and cracked. So it's a tough game to find as it is, and even impossible almost to find one with an original uncracked glass. Both of them, well, let's go talk about the other one. The other one is, I think it's American Novelty that made the third one, and that one was made first. Same concept, except with that game, you don't have multiple knockdowns. You put, I believe it's a penny or a nickel, and you get basically one shot to try to hit your opponent down. And I believe it's all purely mechanical. Here we have, it's EM, and the way to knock your opponent down is literally by using your fist. And if you look really close, let me zoom in, and you'll see that little contact. So what you're doing is you're hitting that contact, and it completes a circuit and knocks down the opponent and gives the other person a knockdown point. The game is a time game, so it lasts about a minute, and obviously you count how many knockdowns one got, and obviously whoever got the most knockdowns would be the winner. So that's basically how this game is played. Typically, the game is basically the same color, but it wasn't meant to really look like this. Those are all the right instructions, but we did a little detailing on it just to liven it up a little bit, because really, if you look at the original, it's kind of a boring cabinet, and if we're going to spend the time restoring something, let's bring it up a notch, and that's exactly what we did. Everything here has been chrome plated. And one other thing we did do was embellish it with some chrome trim that we see down there at the feet, and giving it a streamlined look. And we've had custom pinstriping. This is not tape. Everything you see is hand painted. Take a walk around the back. One other thing, this game has all kinds of different light bulbs. I've seen the majority of them with fluorescence. Not the look that we were looking for, so what we did, if you can see, we made a little shroud, and we have some vintage light bulbs inside there. So it just gives a little added touch. You really can't see them except when you come over to the side, and you can see the backing of your instruction card, and you can see we got period, cloth covered wiring. And I think this one's even more accurate. If you look really close, it really looks like a ring, a rope on a boxing ring. The original was in the machine, but it was frayed a lot and a lot of rust stains, so we were asked to change it. Go around the back. Obviously, you got a bunch of holes there, and then on the bottom, just a little air movement. Plus, any heat that's being generated up on top can escape a little bit. And on top of the machine is where your bell's at. We also added in the center, if you are familiar with this machine, is a fairly flimsy piece of metal that is in the center, and I have just reached to grab one, and I'll show you what is typical is finding this piece here, and they're always bent. They're always bent because the metal is made out of, it's like a piece of cardboard. It is so thin and it just doesn't hold up over the years. So we opted to go with a heavier gauge, highly polished, plated stainless steel. And seeing that our men were chrome plated, I think this was just more appropriate. So it really looks great inside there. Well, enough talking about this. I'm only one person here, so we're gonna play it, kind of simulate here. So for your nickel, you put your nickel inside there. And then raise up to fight. Now over here on your handles, you have the control to move this guy forward, in and out. And the same thing with this one on your left. You're moving him in and out. And as the time, you guys are fighting to get in on the perfect punch. Now I'm gonna line this up eventually to show you the hit, but here I'm gonna show you if you actually just press the trigger, there's only, I would say, maybe a half an inch mechanical throw that allows you to punch. But if I bring it closer and I use my hand it's a little more, boom. You see how high it goes up past that actual contact. So the game of skill here is to use your fingers in a motion that'll allow you to make that man, the handle, move up. And just like I was saying, this game is a time game, so after a minute, your time's up, and that's when you would count your knockdown, see who won. So let's put another nickel in there. We'll have him raise up. Now I'm gonna line this one up so I can get to easy. Here, let me bring him in nice and close. And I am gonna I'm gonna line myself up right for the punch, a sucker punch right there. So here, now, like I said, it's a small way to go, but when you got a little bit of action there, you're using your hand, the motion of your hand pushes it up. And we'll do the opposite guy here. This time, I'm gonna line myself up for the hit. And here we are, you'll see the score. We're at 1-1 until 2-1. We're not even gonna let this guy stand up. 3-1. Well, there you have it. If you're in the market for silver gloves, or if you have one for sale, please give us a call. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. Our phone number is area code 630-624-7466. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can see all the new machines coming to the warehouse. Thanks for watching.